Hello everyone, welcome to Dynamic Study. This is class number 14 and this is the third part of the video series on important autobiographies in English literature. We have already talked about some important autobiographies in the previous two videos. Today we will continue our discussion. Okay, so let's start today's class. So we have already covered 14 important autobiographies. So today we will start from number 15. So the first important autobiography of today's class is the autobiography of Alice B. Toklas, published in 1933. This work is written by Gertrude Stein. And who is this Alice B. Toklas? Alice B. Toklas is the narrator of this work, and Toklas is Stein's life partner. Okay. Now, Alice B. Toklas has received mixed reviews from various critics. For example, Ernest Hemingway criticized it as a damned pitiful book. But Virgil Thomson, in the work A Portrait of Gertrude Stein, comments that Thomson has given a favorable review of this work. Thomson says that the book is in every way except actual authorship Alice Toklas's book. It reflects her mind, her language, her private view of Gertrude, and also her unique narrative powers. So, the next important autobiography is A Short of Life, which was published in 1971. This is the autobiography written by Graham Greene. Okay? And it is the first volume of his autobiography, A Sort of Life. Now, what is the subject matter? It deals with Graham Greene's early childhood, his education, and his experience as a sub-editor. He also talks about his suicide attempts and his psychological counseling. So, Graham Greene has faced a very depressed childhood. He has attempted for suicide a number of times, and after his suicide attempts, he was sent to a psychological counselor. So all of these episodes are described in his autobiography, A Short of Life. Next one is Goodbye to All That. It is subtitled as An Autobiography, published in 1929. This is written by Robert Graves. It is important because it contains a detailed account of the First World War, and especially the trench warfare. You can get the description of trench warfare in the famous war poetry written by Siegfried Sassoon or Wilfred Owen. So this trench warfare is described in detail in Robert Graves' autobiography, and it also talks about his family history, his childhood, schooling, the common subject matter for all autobiographies, right? So this is about Goodbye to All That, and also the title refers to passing of an old order after the First World War. So Goodbye to All That means goodbye to all those old order, all those old things after the First World War. So that is the reference to the title, written by Robert Graves. Okay. Now the next important autobiography is Jhutha, An Untouchable's Life, published in 1997. I hope you all know that it is a Dalit autobiography written by Om Prakash Valmiki, and it talks about Valmiki's heroic struggle to survive under the influence of Ambedkar. So how Valmiki as a Dalit writer has to struggle a lot to gain his position. That is the main subject matter of this work. The title indicates the long silenced sufferings of the untouchables in India. And Jutha refers to the scraps of food which we throw into garbages. So the untouchables in India are compelled to eat these jutha, scraps of food from garbages, like dogs. So how they are maltreated, how they are ill-treated by the so-called civilized or educated Indians. That is the that agony and that pain of the Dalits, the untouchables, are described here in this work, Jutha and Untouchables' Life. The next important autobiography is A Small Boy and Others, published in 1913. It is written by Henry James, and it deals with James's early childhood, schooling, and his first trip to Europe. It also talks about Henry James's inferiority complex. He considers himself inferior to his brother William James. Right, so that kind of inferiority complex is, this kind of psychological problem is also described here. And the book ends when Henry James was attacked by typhus in France. It has a sequel which is titled as Notes of a Son and Brother. This is the sequel of this one. Okay. Next, My Place, published in 1987. It is an Aboriginal autobiography written by Sally Morgan, and it is considered as a milestone in Aboriginal literature. My Place is set in Morgan's hometown Perth in Western Australia. Now, what is the story all about? It is the story of an Aboriginal girl who is ignorant of her past life and heritage. So an Aboriginal girl who doesn't know the origin of her life, the origin of her background. Okay, so that is the story, and how this girl faces a lot of challenges as an Aboriginal in every step of life. So how she has to struggle a lot to gain a position in society. That is the story of Sally Morgan's My Place. And Marcia Langton, in her essay Aboriginal Art and Film, talks about this autobiography, My Place, and Langton writes, it recasts Aboriginality, so long suppressed as acceptable, bringing it out into the open. The book is a catharsis. It gives release and relief, not so much to Aboriginal people oppressed by the psychotic racism, as to the whites who wittingly and unwittingly participated in it. So you can understand very well the kind of review which Marcia Langton has given. Langton talks about this book as a catharsis, and it recasts Aboriginality. So it is actually a revival of Aboriginal spirit. Sally Morgan's My Place. Okay. The next important autobiography is Father and Son. It was subtitled as A Study of Two Temperaments, published in 1907. This is written by Edmond Goose, and it describes his early years and the relationship between a sternly religious father and the son's rejection of his father's fundamentalist religion. So that is the subject matter. It actually talks about the conflict between father and son, and it partially inspired Peter Carey's novel Oscar and Lucinda, published in 1988. Okay. So that is the end of today's class. Thank you very much. Keep on watching Dynamic Study. Keep on learning. Please like this video, share this video with your friends, and also please put your views in the comment section. We will meet very soon in our next class. Have a nice day. Bye bye.